Imagine waking up to a world where the sky doesn't look like the sky anymore. That was the first sign. People around the globe reported the same thing. The sunrise was wrong. It rose slightly farther north than usual, glowing an unnatural copper-orange color, like fire behind fog. But no one panicked, at first. Most people assumed it was a strange atmospheric glitch, volcanic ash, or even pollution. But astronomers knew better. At 4:17 a.m. UTC, every high-level observatory received the same alert: Object 1999 XE27, a long-lost near-Earth asteroid previously believed deflected by Jupiter in the early 2000s, had returned. Only now, it wasn't passing by. It was aiming directly for Earth. Governments hid the information for 6 hours, desperately hoping calculations were wrong. They weren't. The asteroid was 14 kilometers wide, larger than the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. And it wasn't just massive, it was moving at 67,000 kilometers per hour, faster than any previous impactor ever recorded. There was no time for nuclear deflection. There was no time to evacuate continents. There was barely time to speak the truth. At 10:32 a.m., every phone, every television, every screen flashed the same global message. A catastrophic celestial event is imminent. Seek immediate shelter. But shelter from this? There was nowhere on Earth safe enough. I remember the moment it became real. I was standing outside my apartment, staring at the sky like the rest of my neighborhood. The clouds shimmered strangely, as if bruised from within. Birds flew in chaotic circles. Dogs refused to step outside. Even the wind felt nervous, sharp, jittery, unpredictable. Then we heard it. A deep, low-frequency rumble echoing across the atmosphere. Not thunder, not jets, something far away, but enormous. A global heartbeat. The asteroid had entered the upper atmosphere. Some people ran, some dropped to their knees, some simply stared, frozen, as the sky split into blinding white fire. Then came the shockwave. Windows blew inward, buildings shuddered, car alarms erupted in unison. People screamed as the air itself vibrated, as if reality had cracked just a little. The asteroid streaked overhead, not hitting us, but heading toward the ocean. For a moment, everyone thought we'd been spared. A near miss, a miracle. We were wrong. When the asteroid struck the Pacific, the impact wasn't an explosion, it was erasure. A column of light taller than the atmosphere erupted upward, vaporizing seawater, ripping oxygen from the air, punching a temporary hole into the ionosphere. The flash blinded millions across the coastline instantly. Then the ocean rose. Entire islands vanished in seconds. Tsunamis taller than skyscrapers sprinted outward at jet speeds. Parts of Japan, New Zealand, and the west coast of the Americas were engulfed before emergency sirens finished their first cycle. The shockwave circled Earth 3 times, flattening cities thousands of miles away. The heat wave came next, a global wall of furnace-hot winds that melted metal structures and turned forests into instantaneous ash. Skies darkened as ejecta and vaporized rock formed an artificial night. Within hours, the world temperature drastically dropped. Scientists called it an impact winter, a year's worth of sunlight blocked behind a wall of dust and minerals. It should have been the end. But this is where the story changes. 3 days after the impact, something unexpected happened. The dust clouds didn't stay in the atmosphere as predicted. Instead, they moved, swirling in patterns far too organized to be random. They twisted like spirals, forming shapes, geometric shapes, seen only from satellite imagery. Hexagons, perfect circles, lines that bent at exact right angles. Nature does not draw straight lines. People whispered impossible theories. Some said it was a side effect of the magnetic shock. Others said ancient microbes from the asteroid were rewriting atmospheric chemistry. But one theory was louder, chilling, and impossible to prove. Quote, "We were hit on purpose." Then came the sound. Across the planet, radios, broken phones, even metal objects began emitting a faint signal. A repeating pulse. 3 short, 3 long, 3 short. SOS. But it wasn't us sending it. It was coming from the dust, from the swirling geometric clouds forming glowing patterns across the stratosphere. Governments tried to destroy the forming clouds using rockets and drones. Nothing could penetrate them. On day 10, the clouds descended. Not as fog, not as dust storms, but as light. Thin sheets of shimmering blue descended like curtains around cities. When light touched metal, it reshaped. When light touched water, it boiled softly. When light touched people, it passed through them harmlessly, leaving behind a strange tingling sensation, like being scanned. Some people claimed they heard whispers. Some said they saw memories, someone else's memories. Some began sleepwalking toward glowing sky pillars forming across continents. Everyone believed it was an invasion, until the message appeared. Across every screen on Earth, phones, TVs, broken monitors that shouldn't even have power, a sentence appeared, in a language unknown, and yet everyone understood it. Quote, "We did not come to destroy you. We came to stop what was coming." Silence, confusion, terror. Then a second line. The asteroid was not the threat. It was the shield. A shield? Against what? The answer arrived on day 14. When the sky finally cleared, everyone saw it. A dark shape eclipsing the stars. Massive, silent, alive. Not an asteroid, not a ship. Something older, something hungry. We were never supposed to see it. We were not ready. But now it had found us. The asteroid wasn't our killer. It was our warning. And whatever the asteroid had been shielding us from was now on its way. And this was only the beginning.